Growing up, we had this huge TV in wooden casing, black and white, and so did the rest of the neighborhood. Fast forward to the 90s and the color television came into the market. These are the CRT TVs or cathode ray tube televisions, which were the main source of news and entertainment in the 20th century. Welcome to Beyond Computers, the show that equips you with digital skills, familiarizes you with digital tools, and helps you realize your full potential in your studies, career, and business. Today we are talking television technology in the 21st century. In the 20th century, the CRT TVs ruled, and then in 1997, we got the very first flat screen in the market manufactured through the collaborative efforts of Sharp and Sony. It measured 42 inches and cost a hefty $15,000. It also incorporated both plasma and LCD technologies to create better picture. Sharp and Sony realized that the cost of producing this particular flat screen was too high, and therefore its life on the shelves was short-lived. Throughout the next decade, the prices of plasma flat screens significantly reduced as technology advanced. By the early 2000s, manufacturers were producing LCD flat screens as large as 30 inches, while plasma TVs were topping 50 inches. Now that you understand the genesis of the flat screen TV, let's explore the various flat screen TV technologies. Flat screen TVs are built on a variety of technologies which include plasma, LCD, LED, and OLED. Let's take a look at plasma technology. Remember in school how they taught us that there are three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas? Well, they were not quite right. There is a fourth state: plasma. Plasma is an iodized gas, and it is the key ingredient behind the plasma flat screen TV technology. Plasma and LCD TVs look very similar, but plasma TVs tend to cost a whole lot more than LCDs, and these are the reasons behind that. 1. The plasma technology is more expensive. The pixels in a plasma can switch on and off thousands of times faster than the pixels on an LCD screen, so you get clearer pictures with a plasma. Plasma TVs are also typically brighter and have higher contrast, which can be important if you watch a lot of TV in the daytime. You can also watch plasma screens from a wide angle without seeing distortion of colors as you would on an LCD screen. This makes them great for large audiences like in a movie theater. Plasma screens sound wonderful, but they still do have limitations. For one, they use more power than LCDs. So at a time when the world is trying to move towards saving energy, the plasma screen might not be the ideal. 2. Their screens are heavier and more fragile. Even transporting them can be a tricky affair. Number 3. Plasma TVs also have problems with burn-in, where images that are displayed for too long can permanently damage the screen, and so they tend to burn out due to too much use. For those of us who watch TV hours on end on a daily basis, the plasma TV screen might only serve you for a couple of years. Although the quality of the plasma screen is great, the cost implication and the enormous limitations have made it obsolete. Companies that used to make plasma flat screen TVs no longer do so. Now let's have a look at LCD technology. LCD stands for liquid crystals display. In an LCD television, the pixels are switched on or off electronically using liquid crystals. LCD screens are composed of two parts: the actual liquid crystal display and a light source at the back of the screen known as a backlight. The light source is what differentiates an LCD screen from an LED screen. The picture quality on an LCD is not as great as that on plasma screens, but today researchers have found a way to increase the speed at which the pixels move on the screen, thus creating sharper images. Unlike plasma TVs, LCD TVs are significantly cheaper. Other than being cheaper, LCDs are also the best alternative when it comes to gaming and home theater. They use way less power than the plasmas, thus energy sufficient, and they are not as fragile as plasmas, making them more durable. LCDs also tend to be slimmer and lighter, so they are easily hung up on the wall. I think the only negative thing I can say about the LCD screen is the fact that its images are not as sharp as those of its counterparts. However, its affordability and durability has made it popular to date. Now let's take a look at LED technology. LEDs, just like LCDs, use liquid crystal display. However, unlike LCDs, LEDs don't use a backlight. They use light-emitting diodes as light source behind the screen. Comparing side by side, LEDs are better than LCDs because 1. They have better picture quality because they have better black levels and contrasts than their LCD counterparts. 2. LED TVs also have better color accuracy compared to LCDs. Number 3. If power consumption is a major concern of yours, then LEDs are the way to go. They use less power than LCDs, thus making them more energy efficient. In terms of size, LED TVs are slimmer compared to LCD TVs since LED lights can be installed in smaller spaces, allowing manufacturers to trim out some unnecessary weight. While LED LCD displays use a backlight to illuminate their pixels, OLED's pixels actually produce their own light. Check out the difference between an LED and OLED screen. The OLED screen is much clearer, but the picture also looks a little darker. So just to recap, the plasma TV technology, the best. However, the most expensive and very fragile. And that's why it's no longer in the market. LCDs are more popular because they're durable and they're cost-effective. LED and OLED flat screens have the best quality picture but are slightly more expensive. The renowned American filmmaker and entrepreneur George Lucas once said, "Technology keeps moving forward, which makes it easier for the artists to tell their stories and paint the pictures they want." We all have a story to tell and a unique way in which we want to tell it. So choose to embrace digital technology today and fill your story with color. Thank you for watching Beyond Computers. Until our next date, auf Wiedersehen.